Can low testosterone cause hair loss in males, especially on the body, on the face, and will it regrow with TRT?
This is the TRT and Hormone Optimization YouTube channel. And if you want to learn all about the science-based information on this topic, consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and you'll be on your way.
Okay, good question. So hair loss, the short answer is no. The long answer is maybe, and here's why. Male pattern baldness is a genetic predisposition that is hereditary and it is passed down usually from the father on the mother's side. Why? I do not know. I do not study genealogy, and I do not understand specifically why this is. This is just what I've seen in research in the past. There may be other factors to it, but the male pattern baldness gene is something that is passed down. One of the things I've heard is look at your grandfather from the mother's side. Does he have hair? When did he start to lose it? This is probably, because remember with genes, everything is about probability. It's not guaranteed. Okay, I have a dice with 6 sides. I have a 1 in 6 chance of rolling a 5. It doesn't mean that I will roll a 5 on 6. It just means that it's a chance. So you have a chance of receiving this gene, which is hereditary. This really doesn't have much to do with testosterone primarily. On a secondary level, it does, because androgens will increase the rate at which the male pattern baldness gene takes effect. So if you're going to lose your hair at 40 and you begin TRT, you may now lose your hair at 35. Again, it is not because of testosterone, it is merely accelerated. Most men do not contain the male pattern's baldness gene because, let's face it, most men, above 40 still have hair. Okay, it may thin a little, but most men do have hair. So they probably do not have this gene. For those guys, low T is not causing you hair loss. What it is doing is it is slowing down the androgenic effect of hair. Hair growth, okay, and men have more hair than women all over their body, okay? It's not that we have more pores or more follicles, but they're far coarser and they grow significantly faster, okay? I believe, and as a dermatologist, you would know this, Stephen, but I believe that hair follicles are really dependent on the size of the overall surface of the skin, and I do believe that all humans, size for size, contain more or less the same amount of follicles. They're just significantly more coarse and grow at a faster rate because of the androgenic effect of males. So when you increase testosterone, you're going to notice more hair growth, not because you all of a sudden have more hair follicles, but because they're growing faster and they're growing thicker and they're growing at a faster rate. So if you had struggled to grow body hair or facial hair before, but you still contain the follicles in those areas, you're probably going to notice more hair growth. So again, it's not that the hair growth was deficient or missing. It was merely, I guess you can say, artificially suppressed by a deficiency. So yeah, testosterone will increase the amount of hair. You're going to need haircuts on your head more frequently than you did when you had low T. You're going to need to shave more frequently than you did when you had T. Or if you're lazy like myself, you just say the heck with it and you don't shave. But at the end of the day, you're going to notice more body hair as well and coarser hair. Is it a good thing? That is purely subjective. You can always shave it if you don't like it. But if you do like it, then yeah, I guess it could be a benefit as well.
I've heard men complain that they got body hair loss on their legs, especially when they got low T. Is that a real thing?
Hair loss on the legs. I can tell you that since I've been on androgen therapy for years, the amount of body hair overall, including my legs, has gotten coarser. I found, and it's funny, I found that men that wear long pants often and wear tighter fitting pants do experience hair loss on their legs. And I think it has more to do with chafing and ripping than it does with actual, internal mechanisms that cause the root to fall out. I believe it has to do more with just, kind of like constant friction on the legs. Like if they wear tighter jeans or, if they wear the leggings in the gym and they're moving around a lot or they're running, I think that it's just wear looser pants, and I think you're probably not going to suffer as much hair loss on your legs. I don't really think that TRT, my legs have definitely increased in the amount of hair since I've been on TRT over the years. So I really, unless you can think scientifically of why this would occur, no. I think my logic here is probably the only one I can come up with.
Okay.
Consider becoming a channel member for exclusive features, like loyalty badges, early access to new videos, funny stuff like rough cuts and bloopers, members only photos and status updates on the community tab, and members only live stream chat. On desktop, use the join button next to the subscribe. On mobile, use the join link in the description. Alright guys, well, do this next, click on one of these thumbnails to learn a ton more about TRT and hormone optimization. Thanks.